Hey, it's real late. Hot 97, my name is Peter Rosenberg, and this is a special interview for a couple reasons. Number one, most importantly, we're talking to a guy who the streets love, a lot of hip-hop fans love, and you rarely hear from. And number two, he's going to be going away for a while tomorrow, so I feel special that we have his time, his limited time that he has. So, first of all, J.R. Ryder is here. What up, bro?
Rosenberg, appreciate you, bro.
Yo, appreciate you for coming through, man. You're one of the streets' favorites over the last decade.
Appreciate that,
Gotten
man.
a lot of love, the people who love lyrics and people who love MCs.
Yes, sir.
So first and foremost, you have a new tape out.
Yeah, The Return of Greatness. I just put that out February 25th. That's on Nat Piff. I did about like 35,000 downloads with no video, no promo, no nothing. I ain't put out music in like 2 summers. You know what I mean? So it's definitely doing good. Shouts to everybody that download that. If you ain't get it, go get it.
But then you also have Writer's Block 6.
I got Writer's Block 6 coming out today at 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Extended clip. That's 2 mixtapes within a month. Not too many rappers out there working like that. I should have been doing that, but I definitely,
So what have you been doing? Why have you not been recording the last couple of years?
Honestly, this past year I've been, back and forth fighting this case, you know what I'm saying? So this shit been having my mind elsewhere, you know what I'm saying? Like I had a whole mixtape already done to come out with. But once I start seeing where the case was going, my mind state start changing. Like my mood just as far as music start changing. So I had to scrap that and do a whole new mixtape.
All right, so you already told me off the air the story and that you don't want to tell the whole thing, as you shouldn't. Yeah. But it's a situation that you got put in where you did not commit the crime you're accused of.
Yeah.
But you are going to go away for a while because of it. Mm-hmm. So I guess the obvious question for a lot of people in a situation like this, when they hear about someone who's connected and someone who's done well in the music business, if it's something that you didn't do, why are you still going away for it? You know what I'm saying? What happened? What failed you in court?
It's just taking a risk. Like the risk is too big. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely felt, because I really had like 100% had nothing to do with it, but like to take that risk, you know what I'm saying, and to play with my life, and to take
the amount of time you could have gotten.
Yeah, and that's the streets know what that is. You know what I'm saying? When I say take that risk, I mean the average person is gonna look at that like, what? I'm gonna fight it, but it's not that easy. You know what I'm saying? Once they asking you, listen, you want to go to trial or you want to take this time? Because once they offer you what they offer you and you turn that down, there's no coming back. It's like they ready, and it's like I had a lot against me as far as not evidence, but as far as I had Lil Wayne's same judge. I had the DA on Ja Rule's case. Like I had a lot that wasn't
the hip hop cops on you.
Yeah, and they definitely didn't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Who I was. You know what I'm saying? So
no, maybe the opposite.
Yeah,
maybe they did give a damn who you were, but for the wrong reason.
Yeah, exactly. So. The rap thing is definitely not a plus to them in their eyes, you know what I'm saying? So, I didn't want to just take that risk, you know what I'm saying? The risk was crazy, you know what I'm saying? The blow trial, I could have got a lot of years, like that.
So what about the people that you've been known to be associated with, Dipset, etc.? That's where people know you from. What are the relationships like there at this point?
At this point, there's no relationship. Like I fuck with I rock with Hell Rel. That's my dude. He always been a stand-up dude since day one. You know what I mean? That's about it. I mean, up to this point right now.
When were you good with them? As of several years ago, were you good with them, or did the relationship fall?
A couple months ago, we was definitely good. You know what I mean? But being in a situation, being in real situations bring things to the light, like show you what's really going on out there. You know what I mean? And I feel like I guess that's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying?
So you reached out.
My lawyer was on my back. I didn't want to reach out because you know what I mean, I had that pride and at the same time, I got love for niggas, and I look at niggas like my brothers, so I didn't want to be disappointed at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So
you didn't want to reach out and have them turn you down.
Exactly. I didn't want to reach out and then they turned me down, and I that's what was expected. You know what I'm saying? But my lawyer's on my back, you know what I'm saying? He won 30, 40,000, you know what I'm saying? And he like, you listen, we need to do this we need to get this paper by any means necessary. I don't care if you gotta rob a bank, sell a brick, you need to reach out to your industry friends and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what? He right. I'm gonna holler at Cam, holler at Jim, see what's up, you know what I'm saying? Even if they can't, you know what I'm saying, as long as they know where I'm at with it, and I speak to them, and you know what I'm saying, they got my support. I got their support, and they, you know what I mean, hold your head, you know what I mean. I get that little convo, it's all good. Nigga, keep it funky and at least respond to me, you know what I'm saying, and show me that you even care where I'm going. Because I done see niggas go hard for niggas that just got on the scene. Like, I'm a day one dude. Like, I was around.
How early were you around with them?
Jim Jones, I had ciphers with Jim when he was driving a Honda. Like, I was around when Jewels had an Acura, when Cam had a ashy Tahoe, like that since day one. You know what I'm saying? Before Jewels had a deal. You know what I'm saying? I helped Jewels find a studio, shit like that, like since day one, bro.
And what was your involvement back in the day? Like, were you always helping out in terms of writing and ideas and stuff like that, or just doing your own records?
We always was cooking, you know what I'm saying? We always in the studio cooking, you know what I'm saying? You know, if you follow the Dipset days as far as the music, you know, I always put in my work, you know what I'm saying? From like, we in Hot 97, like, I put in work up here. You could ask Flex.
No, the freestyles are, yeah, of course.
Like, when it came to freestyles, they was calling my phone. Like, when Jim or Cam couldn't get me on the phone, Jim was running through St. Nick projects looking for me. Like, yo, with JR at? You know what I mean? Through the projects, like, really, like, you know what I mean? So, you know.
So when push came to shove now, you did not hear back from them?
Nah. As far as nah, I ain't really, you know, I ain't getting no word back, you know what I'm saying? Definitely ain't getting no word back, and, you know, it is what it is. I definitely don't feel like, you know, the next man should handle my situation or nothing like that. I'm a grown man. I'm a you know, handle my responsibilities, but, you know, it just hurt to see, you know what I'm saying? Niggas that's supposed to be yo homies, you know what I'm saying? Turn their back on you and, you know what I mean, treat you like it is what it is. Like, niggas don't, you know what I mean, fuck with you like that.
How did the name JR Writer, why was that always the thing for you? When did you decide that writing was something that meant a lot to you?
Honestly, my name before that was kind of corny. I don't even want to say it.
You have to. What was the OG name?
It was Jack the Ripper.
Classic.
So I shrinked it to JR, and then I felt like JR was too plain. So I write a lot, so added the writer. It just made sense. Plus, it made sense because it sounded like J.R. Ryder. You know what I'm saying?
Who was hot at the time when you came up with the name.
Yeah.
So you made it J.R. Writer.
Exactly.
So before, writing was always a part of it for you, like,
yeah.
Because a lot of people start out writing and then they rap, and they obviously, you know, writing's a part of them. But for you, it became kind of a calling card for you, right? That was something you were known as someone who had bars.
I've been rapping since I was 11, 10. You know what I mean? Like Wu-Tang days, Snoop Dogg, like, you know what I mean?
In Harlem, right?
Yeah.
And whereabouts in Harlem?
All through Harlem. Like, I lived on the east side, on the west side. You know what I mean? I was born in Harlem Hospital. I'm a real Harlem dude. You know what I'm saying? Grew up off of Big L, McGruff, Mace.
Now, did you know those guys too?
Nah, I'm younger.
You're too young.
Like, I grew up with Loaded Lux, T-Rex, J Mills. My first battle was with J Mills.
Okay.
Like, I'm cut from that cloth. Like, where rappers had to, it was like a process. Like, you battle, you got your name up in the hood, and then you got on. It's like you couldn't just come out of nowhere, because then it's like, who are you? In my area, I was the hottest. In J Mills' area, he was the hottest. Lux, T-Rex, whoever was, you know what I mean, popping in Harlem.
So how did you get to know Cam and Jim?
Through the streets. My man, shouts to my man Vonnie. My man Vonnie introduced me to Cam one time on 45th. You know what I mean? He was always up there with Luke Abrazi. I don't know if you know Luke Abrazi. Shouts to Luke Abrazi. And the Taliban or whatever. And I spit for Cam one day. He had pulled up to 145th, and I was up there with Luch. And he pulled up in the Tahoe. He had Jewels with him. They had just finished shooting the Diplomat Volume 1 cover. They both had the furs on. And I spit for Cam, and he like, yo, the Diplomats ain't situated yet, but, you know what I mean, as soon as we get on, stick around, I got you, you're ready. So since that day, you know, been day one.
Online, did you put out something like 13 mixtapes? something like that, 13 or 15 mixtapes.
Yeah, I put out a bunch of mixtapes. I done did so many deals, like, you know what I mean?
What would you consider to be the most well-known verse or record you've done that people come up to you and mention the most?
Grill 'em, Get 'em. I mean, they still play in the clubs. Like, what else? Shake, that's platinum. Birdcore, you know, that was a classic. I had Lil Wayne and Washington Heights, Dame Dash, the whole Diplomats on Dykeman. Like, as a matter of fact, not even Dykeman, on a trap block with niggas hustling on Nagel in the Heights. You know what I'm saying? Cam had his Lamborghini on the sidewalk. You know, shit was a movie. That never happened in the Heights again. You know what I'm saying? But what else? Got a lot of joints, man. Got a lot of joints. I mean, recently I had a joint that could have been out of here, but I don't know what happened with that. Shouts to Jim, man. You know, I had this joint called Ghost Cinderella with me, Cam, and Jim. That was crack. My producer made it and all that.
When was that?
That was like 2 years ago. And then I don't know, like Jim wanted it to be his single, so I had fell back. And then started picking up, and then he fell back.
And then it just kind of never went.
Yeah, but I wanted it as my single, but you know, Capo, he wanted it as his single. So.
You're about to go in. This is an interesting situation for you. You're not some cat who's been in and out of jail. You haven't had any trouble with the law officially in a long time.
I mean, I did 2 bids when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? But that was in the past. I came home when I was 16. You know what I'm saying? And
so it's been a long time that you've been not dealing with this.
Yeah,
so what do you?
I made my mind up. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do this rap thing, and that's what I've been doing ever since. I've been getting to it.
Well, that's another thing that really stinks about this story, and you going back, is that you made up your mind to not be involved in that, and then you get caught up in something that you didn't do, and now you're going back.
Yeah.
And so, what do you do? You're under 24 hours before you go in. What do you have planned? What are you gonna do?
I definitely gotta finish this intro on this mixtape so I could drop it at 8 o'clock.
So you still have an intro to finish up.
Yeah. Besides that, I'm gonna be just chilling with the fam. You know what I'm saying?
You have a family of your own?
Yeah. Hell yeah. I got my daughter. Shouts to my daughter Saya.
So you can go be with your daughter?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
What about a meal? You gonna go eat something somewhere? Anything in particular?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Meals. You know, I'm smoking a nice blunt.
You're gonna have a blunt. Where's the meal gonna be from? You know?
You
haven't thought about that yet? That would be the only thing I'm thinking about is what's my meal?
Go get a nice meal in the Heights or something. I don't know. You know, nothing too crazy. You know what I'm saying? I honestly, I'm just ready to get this over with. I don't want to treat it like I'm going to do 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll definitely be right back out sometime next year. You don't never know.
All right, so it won't be that long until we hear from you. But I appreciate you coming up and spending some of your time with us before you go and telling us your story.
For having me, bro.
No, of course, man. Support.
I'm a big fan of the show. You know what I'm saying? I was always like waiting on your call. Like, damn, when Rosenberg.
I know, and you know, I gotta be honest.
Spitters up there.
I always keep it funky. Like I, for some reason, like you're someone I've always respected, but never really crossed paths. And like sometimes I have random. You're like a real like I'm into super New York-ish. But like you were coming up, even like your really big come up when everyone was messing with you was before when I got here, and you've had great stuff since then, of course.
I was up here before Ebro, man.
Yeah, exactly. So I just we sort of missed each other, and but yeah, I'm happy you came by, man. I'm definitely be supporting you while you're gone. We appreciate the time, bro.
Appreciate
you know what it is, man. J.R. Ryder.
You already
know. Relay Hot 97, Harlem, stand up.